Well, over the next 2 weeks, nearly 750,000 people will come here to Melbourne Park to watch the finest tennis players in the world compete at the very highest level.
It really is big business. So, here with a quick breakdown of everything you need to know about the Aussie Open is Nine's numbers man, Ross Greenwood.
The Australian Open is one of the big four tennis tournaments in the world, alongside the French Open, the US Open and Wimbledon. It began right here in Melbourne in 1905 as the Australasian Championship, but it's travelled in its rich 114-year history from Brisbane 7 times and Sydney 17 times. Adelaide and Perth have also hosted the event. In the early days, we even let New Zealand have a couple of goes. But since 1972, Melbourne's had the honour of hosting the Australian Open each and every year, and this fine city has been the home of this world-class event ever since. Around 750,000 fans are expected to attend the 2-week tournament. It'll be watched by more than 900 million viewers around the world, 11.3 million viewers in Australia alone. It's the first major tournament of the year and offers every player a chance of becoming one of the tennis greats if they can claim all 4 Grand Slam titles in a calendar year. Just 5 people have ever achieved such greatness. 2 of them are Aussies. Rod Laver did it twice. Steffi Graf was the last person to win all 4 major titles in a year, back in 1988. But there's no lack of talent in 2019, and the campaign begins right here as 745 players from 72 nations battle it out on the 16 courts to take home some of sport's biggest prizes. This year, players compete for a record prize pool, $62.5 million. The men's and women's prize money is equal. The men's and women's singles champs will each receive $4.1 million. But more important even than that, these tough competitors are only interested in just one number, the number that really counts, and that is the number 1, the world number 1.
Well, there you go. Ross is here with us now. Very refreshing to know that there's equal prize money, Ross Greenwood.
It is.
And obviously big money to be earned if you're number 1.
Well, if you're number 1, obviously there's endorsements that come on top of the prize money. So that's where all professional sports people make their dough from. So that's the trick about this. But you think about those endorsements. Think about the sponsors that are around here, the sponsors on the players' clothing, all that type of thing. It's all about the image. It's all about these images projected to the world. Now, just stop and contemplate the fact that there are 330 million tennis fans in China alone. Last year we got 1.4 million tourists from China into Australia. So the fact of the matter is that as this game grows in China, as there are more Li Nas around the place and so forth, that's the thing that brings the tourism to Australia. So this time of the year, the Australian Open, is an incredibly prosperous time for Australia. It's holiday season, it's summer, it's the Australian Open, and people are coming here for this event. And that's the reason why holding this Open, this very important major inside Melbourne, is such an important thing for the nation as a whole.
Yeah, fantastic.
Big economic benefits.
About 300 million coming to the state of Victoria. Just incredible.
That's exactly what it's all about.
Thanks, Ross.